Hello everyone and welcome to the final episode of Unit 5. Today we're going to be revising our unit of holidays. Let's get started. We're going to review and use vocabulary and structures of the unit. We will pronounce familiar words with some accuracy, and we will write sentences answering personal information or questions. Now, I'd like you to look at the picture and describe something in the picture to your partner. Do not say its name. Your partner has to guess what it is. So, let's read the expressions in the speech bubbles. It's very high. There's lots of water in it. Of course. Is it a waterfall? Yes, it is. So now you need to think of something to describe in the picture. It could be a lake or a river, but you have to make up your mind on what you're describing and then start. So we can say it is extremely green. It has lots and lots of very high trees, and sometimes it has monkeys and parrots and lots of exotic birds. What am I describing? Okay, so it's your turn to guess. So you can either say forest or jungle. Now let's go to exercise 2. I'd like you to complete the sentences with the past simple form of these verbs. So we have the verbs climb, eat, go, have, make, play, ride, see, sleep, swim, and visit is already used. Let's look at the example. I did a lot of things on my holiday. I visited my family in Canada. So we must use the verbs in the past simple form when it is an action that has already happened and is done and finished in the past. So let's go to number 2 on the right-hand side, blank delicious food. How will we say that we ate delicious food? Of course, we say we ate or I ate delicious food. Now let's jump to number 3, blank a picnic. So what do you do with a picnic? Of course, we had a picnic or I had a picnic. Let's go to number 4. Blank a horse in the forest. Blank a horse in the forest. So we say, I rode a horse in the forest. I rode a horse in the forest. Number 5 has 2 blanks, so pay attention. I blank to the beach and blank a sand castle. So we can say, I went to the beach and made a sand castle. Number 6, I blank tennis. Of course, I played tennis. Number 7, I blank in a tent. So what do you do in a tent? You sleep in a tent, but the past simple form is slept. I slept in a tent. And for number 8, we have 2 blanks, so we must pay attention. I blank in the sea and blank a dolphin. What do you do in the sea? Of course, you can say, I swam in the sea and saw a dolphin. And the last one, number 9, I blank a mountain. What do you do when you go to see a mountain? Do you only look at it or do you climb? So we can say, I climbed a mountain. Good job, guys. Let's move on. Now we're going to complete the sentences with the past simple form of the verbs in brackets. This exercise is easy because you have the verbs in brackets next to the spaces. Number 1 is done for us. Let's read it together. They didn't travel by car. They walked. Number 2, he swim in the sea, but he not see any dolphins. So we can say, he swam in the sea, but didn't see any dolphins. Number 3, we not stay in a hotel, we sleep in a tent. So we can say, we didn't stay in a hotel, we slept in a tent. And number 4, I go to the beach, but I not make a sandcastle will be I went to the beach, but I didn't make a sandcastle. And for number 5, she not wear a coat because it be a very hot day. So we can say she didn't wear a coat because it was a very hot day. And number 6, we not watch TV, we play basketball. It turns to be we didn't watch TV, we played basketball. So when do we use the past simple form of the verbs? Please write down in your notebooks when we use them. And you can re-practice if you need to. Now let's go to exercise 4. Write the questions, then answer them in your notebook. The first one is done for us. You go to the beach on holiday. If we turn this expression into a question, we would say, did you go to the beach on holiday? And then you can answer and say, no, I didn't. I stayed home. Let's try to do number 2 together. You and your friends played tennis last week. In this case, we will say, did you and your friends play tennis last week? You must answer in your notebook. So you must answer this question. You can say, yes, I did, or no, I didn't. Number 3, your father traveled to work by bus this morning. You can say, did your father travel to work by bus this morning? You can say, yes, he did. He rode the 7 o'clock bus. And number 4, you eat fish for dinner yesterday evening. You can add, did you eat fish for dinner yesterday evening? And you can answer by saying, yes, we did. We eat fish 3 times per week. And number 5, you and your family go to the shops last Saturday. You can say, did you and your family go to the shops last Saturday? Of course, the answer could be, yes, we did, or no, we didn't. So now we're going to exercise 5. We're going to read the questions, then fill in the blanks and match the questions to the answers. Let's look at number 1. Where did you go on holiday? Of course, we will complete and match it with I went to Alexandria. So the answer is C1. The answer is C1. Let's go to number 2. Did you swim in the sea? You can say, no, I didn't. It was windy. So in this case, we will match number 2 with the letter D. Number 2 with the letter D. Now let's go to number 3. What food did you eat? What food did you eat? In this case, on the right-hand side, we're going to find food to be able to answer the question. I blank a lot of fish, which is I ate a lot of fish. So we will match 3 with the letter E. Now let's jump to number 4. Where did you stay? Where did you stay? So we're going to look for a certain place or some people who we were with, and let's see the answers together. So the answer is I stayed with my cousins. I stayed with my cousins. So number 4, A. We will match number 4 with the answer A. Number 5, did you enjoy it? We need to find a word that expresses enjoyment or unhappiness. And of course, 5B. Yes, I did. It was fun. Yes, I did. It was fun. If you need to rewind and practice one more time, you can do so. Please take your time as much as possible. Now, we're going to jump to a little about me exercise. So what are we going to do now? We're going to read those questions and answer about ourselves. Number 1, what time did you go to sleep last night? For me, I can share my answer and say I went to bed at 12 a.m. I went to bed at 12 a.m. So what time did you go to sleep last night? Please write your answers down in your notebooks. Number 2, what did you eat for breakfast this morning? What did you eat for breakfast this morning? You can say, I ate some sandwiches for breakfast. Or you can say, I ate some falafel sandwiches for breakfast. Number 3, how did you travel to school? How did you travel to school? If I were to answer this question, I would say I traveled to school by car. But you can share how you travel to school. You can say, I traveled to school by bus, or I traveled to school by walking. Number 4, who did you talk to at break? Who did you talk to at break? At break time, I spoke to some of my friends, and you can mention their names. Number 5, which lesson did you have before English? Which lesson did you have before English? You can say, I had maths class, or I had a science class before English class. That's a wrap. This was Ms. Sara Bastiuni. We're finally done with Unit 5. Have a wonderful day.